Hello and welcome to Big Orbit Games unboxing video. My name is Simon, I'm joined today by James.
Hello, I'm James.
And today we're going to be unboxing the new Cardfight Vanguard release, the G-TCB01, the Reckless Rampage, the first ever technical booster.
Yeah, it's quite exciting for the clans that don't get much support and will not get much support.
They're getting a technical booster, they can't complain too much.
Yeah, it is a nice booster.
So this provides support, as it shows you down here, which I think is also a first. It's actually told you directly on the box. Tachikaze, Spike Brothers, and Nubatama. So these are the only three clans in the technical booster. It is all love for them.
So it's bigger than an EB, smaller than a BT, sort of thing.
Yeah. Oh, it even says, good luck.
You're going to need it with these clans. I'm just kidding. I love these clans, actually.
They are quite cool. Right, so we've got one of the box topper promos here. This is Stealth Rogue running off. Yeah, I was right. I wanted to say oil for some reason. I'm running off Ichinose. Ichinose, sorry. I'm going to do that through the entire video. If you've ever watched any of our videos before, you'll know I'm terrible at pronouncing names. I apologise in advance for my butchery of the languages. So this is a grade 1. From Rearguard, Generation Break 1, with unit boosts to Vanguard, the boost unit gets plus 4k into land of battle. Fairly simple.
Yeah, little generic clone, but they haven't had it before.
Yeah.
So there you go. Nubatama, they haven't had much. So.
Yeah, true, they haven't had many cards at all. So what we're going to do, we're just going to open each booster, 7 cards per pack. And we're just going to go through and just have a look, see what's in here. So
first of all, we get a reprint.
Yeah, so this is Commander Gary Gannon. Don't know why there's an apostrophe. So, grade 1, from Rearguard, choose a card from your hand and discard it. When an attack hits during the battle that unit boosted, you may pay the cost to draw a card. And like you said, this is a reprint.
Yeah, of a promo, I believe.
Then we've got Assail Tiger for Tachikaze. That is an interesting mouthpiece. It's a grade 2, 9k. From Rearguard, Generation Break 1. When this unit attacks a Vanguard, it gets plus 3k into the end of that battle. Nice and simple.
It's a Sabertooth with a jetpack.
Oh yes, the best kind of Sabertooth. Psychic Mal, so this is a starter for the Spike Brothers. She has 4 runner, and act, counterblast 1 and put this unit into your soul. Look at the top 5 cards from your deck, search for up to 1 grade 3 or greater from among them, reveal it to your opponent, put it to your hand and shuffle your deck. So, just lining up your Stridles, your Strudels.
Yeah, as you may tell also with this set, there's quite a few generic clones because they have a lot to catch up on compared to the other clans. Yeah,
exactly. So, speaking of generic and clones, we have Magical Manager, which is just a heal trigger for the Spike Brothers. We also have Stealth Fiend, can I even try that? Or a Shibihime?
Shibihime, I think.
Shibihime. I was close.
Yeah.
So, draw trigger for the Nubatamas. Our first single R, which is Tank Mammoth. Looks kind of cool. For Tachikaze, grade 2. Counterblast 1 and Soul Blast 1. When this unit's put into the drop zone from Rearguard during your turn, pay the cost to call this card back to Rearguard and give it plus 3k until end of turn.
That's pretty useful.
It's a little bit of a steep cost for an 8k grade 2.
But this unit gets the power boost.
Yeah, so it will become a 11k on the second attempt.
Yeah.
But again, it's a Counterblast and a Soul Blast to do it, so you're not going to be doing it too often.
Maybe you'll retire him probably afterwards, maybe.
Yeah, true. And also, I'm not a fan of that artwork, actually, I've decided.
I've always had a little bit of a problem with the herbivores of Tachikaze.
Yeah. It doesn't look Zoidy enough.
Yeah.
And then we have another single R, so this is Frog Raider for the Spike Brothers, who always have interestingly named cards. Grade 1, auto from Rearguard, Generation Break 1. When your unit with the charge ability, so one of the new keywords, is placed on a Rearguard in the same column as this unit due to an effect from one of your cards. If you have a Vanguard with Rising in its card name, stand this unit. So, should we cover charging when we get to 1 or now?
I say when we get to 1, so it would be a good example.
Yeah, so fair point. So Each of the clans got a new keyword ability, by the way, in this booster. So,
speaking of charge.
Yeah, speaking of charge, we got Bulldozer Dobe. So he has auto charge, and then just quickly continues from rearguard, generation break 1. If he's charging, he gets plus 10,000. So charging, to read out the reminder text on here. When this unit is placed on rearguard due to an effect, you may have it become charging for that turn. If you do, put it on the bottom of your deck at the end of its battle. So charging is what Spike Brothers do.
Yeah.
It's like, as in it's their previous ability, just now has a name.
Yeah, but it's quite good because, like, with things like Frog Raider, it doesn't abuse Frog Raider too much, but you can just, like, stand up for some nice extra power, but you can't, like, I don't know. I feel like they're trying to find a way to power up everything without trying to make it so you could exploit the older cards.
Yeah, that makes sense, yeah. So, I like the charging ability, though. It's cool. So, here we have Stealth Dragon Hashiribi. Hashiribi?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Close enough.
That means I wasn't. So, it's a grade 2 for Nubitamas. Speaking of the new keywords, this one has auto from rearguard after image, and auto generation break 1. Choose a card from your hand and discard it. When this unit is placed on rearguard, if the number of cards in your opponent's bind zone is 1 or more, you may pay the cost to draw a card. So after image is for Nubitamas. When your opponent puts a bound card into their hand, if your hand has 6 or less cards, you may return this unit to your hand.
Allows you to get that, because there's a lot that are like, if you have less cards than your opponent in hand. So this allows you to have less cards, and then at the end of the turn, just get them all back. Yeah.
Scoot them back up and be like, I am super defensive right now. So we have Ancient Dragon Hypnohang. So this is a grade 2 for Tachikaze. Auto from rearguard once per turn. Choose one of your other rearguards with Ancient Dragon in its card name and retire it. At the end of the battle that this unit attacked a Vanguard, if you have a Vanguard with Spino in its card name, you may pay the cost to stand this unit, and it gets plus 3k until end of turn. So, Ancient Dragon support.
Yeah, I am liking this old boss sort of thing as well.
It's going to make getting hold of Spinos even harder now, but...
Yeah, they do make a Spino in this set though as well. So the other one was a break ride, I believe?
Yes, I think so, yeah. So we have here Quella Magnum.
Yeah, I'd have seen that. I don't know myself.
So stand trigger for Tachikaze, but with an ability, Generation Break 1, put this unit on the bottom of your deck. When this unit is put into the drop zone from rearguard during your turn, you may pay the cost to draw a card, choose it to one of your other units, it gets plus 5k until end of turn, and shuffle your deck. So again, just working into Tachikaze's self-retiring ability. There
is one problem I have with this card though.
Yeah?
Alright, I'll just do my skill, kill everything. Okay, I get a stand trigger. Oh. You have nothing on the field.
Oh. Oh, my field's empty. Yeah, that's a fair point, actually. Never considered the fact that it was a stand trigger, so... Never mind, you can go over that now. We have a draw trigger Mecha Advisor for Spike Brothers. We have Rage Dragon Tyranno Brute for Tachikaze, grade 3, single R. It has Tachikaze's ability, Engorge. We have, so we'll come back to that in a moment. It has 2 other abilities, auto from rearguard. Generation Break 1, when this unit becomes engorged until end of turn, this unit gets plus 5k for each unit retired during his turn, this turn due to the effect of the unit's engorge ability. And then it has auto Counterpass 1 and Soul Blast 1. When this unit is placed on Vanguard, you may pay that cost. If you do look at 5 cards from the top of your deck, search for one with the engorge ability from amongst them, reveal it to your opponent, put your hand, shuffle your deck. So the new engorge ability is when this unit attacks, you may retire 1 or more of your other rear guards, and then it gains engorge until end of turn. And then as we can see here, certain engorged abilities also care about how many you retired, not just whether you did or not, but how many units you retired.
And searching your top 5 for an engorge ability, it's nice to have the engorge, but it's also good to be able to eat it.
Yeah, and sort of replenish a little bit. I know some of the Tachikazes come back and stuff, but
yeah.
Yeah, so that's their new ability. And then we have a Dudley Jessica, so another single R. 2 packs in and only single Rs. Disappointing. So she's for the Spike Brothers, grade 3. Continuous from Vanguard, Generation Break 2. All of the units in your front row with Dudley in their card names get plus 2k. An auto from Vanguard during your turn. When your G unit with Dudley in its card name strides, search your deck for up to 1 card with Dudley in its card name, call it to open rearguard, search deck, shuffle your deck, and that unit gets plus 5k until end of turn. So, I think she might be supporting Dudley. I don't know.
This is, if you remember, for the Fighters Collection 2015, they made a Dudley Stride.
Yeah.
Which was actually amazing if Dudley had some good support.
A little bit of support for Dudley.
Yeah, and she's a defensive unit on your opponent's turn as well, making her a 13,000, sorry, with her first one.
Yeah.
Which is always a nice little buff.
It is. It's a relevant little buff to have during your opponent's turn. So, cool. So, next pack we have Ancient Dragon Nodo Tank for Tachikaze. Grade 1 with Soul Blast 1 card with Ancient Dragon in its card name. When this unit is placed into the drop zone from rearguard during your turn, you may pay the cost to countercharge 1, choose it to one of your other units, and give it 4k until end of turn. Yeah.
It's pretty good. It's useful, definitely. But considering you're just going to use that counterblast to bring something else back from the drop zone.
Yeah. I can see your point there. The point you never made, but we knew it was there. Stealth Rogue of the Mirrored Moon, Subakura? Subakura? Subakura.
Yeah.
Oh, is that an O? I thought it was an E, sorry. I failed you. So, grade 1 for Nubatama has the after image keyword, and on the Guardian Circle, Generation Break 1 gets plus 5k when defending.
That's a good thing about the after image. You can be offensive and defensive.
Yeah. I do like that. It becomes a 10k shield. I like that ability. I like being able to defend myself. So we have Savage Heroine for Tachikaze. Grade 1, again, with the from Vanguard or Rearguard, it has Engorge ability. And then continuous, from Vanguard or Rearguard, this unit gets plus 3k for each of your Engorged units. So you're benefiting from chomping on stuff.
Yeah. Think of that one little girl with all those cyborg robots. Cyborg robots? Cyborg dinosaurs.
Cyborg dinosaurs.
She's going around eating them all.
Oh god, she is actually. I never thought about that. How strange. And I think there's also the downside of she gets plus 3k for each of your Engorged units, but you want to keep her alive for that benefit, which means you're engorging less. Does that make sense?
Wait.
What? Makes sense to me.
Okay.
Someone prove me right or wrong in the comments. So we have Heavy Wheeze from Spike Brothers here. That was my terrible attempt at humour. Oh god, I'm so sorry. The grade 2 has the charge ability, and then from Rearguard Generation Break 1, if this unit is charging, this unit gets plus 10k. I'd love that they're all 10k boosts.
They are known for their crazy power.
We have the Living Method Stealth Rogue Shigure.
Yeah.
So for Nubatama, like every time I have to check with you now. Heal trigger for Nubatama. Then we have another rare, Sure Stealth Dragon Muramus Congo. Murasame Congo?
Murasame Congo? Yeah.
Yeah,
it's so
Murasame Congo.
squished.
Yeah.
So it's hard to see from this angle.
So should we tilt it for you?
Murasame Congo? Yeah.
Murasame Congo. So this is a grade 2 for Nubatama, moving swiftly on. That is one long ability, so auto. Your cost is Soul Blast 1 and choose a card from your hand and discard it. And then you get the following. When this unit is placed on Rearguard, if you have 2 or more cards with Sure Stealth Dragon in their original card names on your Vanguard, you may pay the cost. If you do, search your deck for up to 1 grade 3 card with Sure Stealth Dragon in its card name, reveal it to your opponent, put it into your hand, shuffle your deck. Your opponent chooses a card from his or her bind zone, puts it into his or her drop zone, and if a card was put, this unit gets plus 2k until end of turn. I think they might have made a typo there. If a card was put this unit gets plus 2k.
So what it means by the whole 2 with the original name, blah 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 blah, blah is it's basically Legion. And then if you stride over it, you don't get it anymore because you've only got 1 with blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Oh no. Does it? I can't remember. Actually, maybe it might actually work with stride because you got the stride and the.
Oh, and the heart.
Yeah.
Oh no, because it says original card name on your Vanguard.
Oh, damn it. I don't know. I can't actually remember.
Again, comment section.
But as you can see, this is a Legion mate himself. So there's something fancy in this set.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it. And it wasn't him.
But complaining?
No, just I am actually. I wanted the Legion mate.
Yeah.
That would have been way more amazing.
I'll just chuck this away.
Yeah, just throw. No, we love this. So this is Emperor Dragon, Gaia Emperor. I don't know how I messed that one up. Grade 3. So for the Tachikazes, it has Engorge. Has continuous generation break 2. If it's engorged, it gets plus 5k and a crit. An auto from Vanguard. Counterpass 1. And then during your turn, when you stride, you may pay the cost to choose up to 2 cards from your hand. Call them to separate rearguard. Choose up to 2 of your rearguards. And until end of turn, they get auto. When this unit is put to the drop zone from rearguard during a turn, call this card to rearguard.
So there's a bit of an outmile effect where you can, if you don't have anything on the field, you can still bring something out from your hand to give the skill. So, but you don't have to. You can still give things the effect without bringing anything out.
Yeah, you could, yeah.
Or you could just bring out 1. It's all up to you.
Yeah. I like him. He's really cool.
I like him, but I don't like how they keep on calling dinosaurs dragons.
Yeah. That is Emperor Dragon guy or Emperor.
Dragon.
He has Emperor.
Emperor Dragon.
He has Emperor twice in his name.
I do like his design a lot, though.
I like the design. I think it was really cool. But he has Emperor twice in his name.
And it's nice to see a Triceratops take the stage. Even though I said that thing about herbivores, but oh well.
That one's been done well, though. So we have Cold Dragon, Freezer Inks. I'm going to go with that. Tachikaze for grade 1. Auto generation break 1 when the unit is put into the drop zone from rearguard during a turn of your Vanguard with Gaia in its card name. Counter charge 1 or soul charge 1.
No, somebody commented on that actually. That is both. You do both.
Oh, it's a slash, isn't it? So, no, it's a slash. Doesn't the slash mean you choose?
In Cardfight, slash means both.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
I thought it meant choose. Okay, fair enough. Choose it to one of your other units, and it gets plus 2,000 until end of turn. Why didn't they put an ampersand then? Damn you, Bushy Road. So yeah. So, any other thoughts on this one?
Useful, definitely.
Yeah.
But only for the striders. So all your old ancient dragons have to find another way of doing it.
Yeah. So we have Genie Lamp Receiver for Spike Brothers. Grade 2, nice and simple from rearguard. Generation break 1. When this attacks a Vanguard, the unit gets plus 3k until end of battle. Nothing more to say there. We have Cheer Girl Elza for the Spike Brothers. It's a limit break remover, grade 1. So
Bad End Dragger?
Yeah, Bad End Dragger, yep.
Also, she's cute.
Yeah.
So bonus points.
Bonus points. We have Stealth Beast Karasadoji for Nubatama. I'm not even going to look at you for that one. Forerunner, and from rearguard, counterpass 1 and put this unit into your soul. Look at up to 5 cards from top of the deck, search for a grade 3 among them, reveal it to your opponent, put your hands, shuffle your deck. So, setting up your... I can't think of his name. Oh, there was one particular one I thought you'd be useful for setting up with. I can't think of its name, so I'm going to move on.
So important, you can't even
I know, I'm so sorry. So this is Killing Method Stealth Rogue. It's Samidare for Nubatama. It's just a critical trigger. Samidare. Okay, I'm sorry. We have Beam Dragon, a Pot of Mason. A Pot of Mason. Pot of Mayo. Oh, I like mayo. So this is a... What?
Just mayo sort of ruins things.
I'm going to shoot you with this dinosaur. So it's a grade 2 for Tachikaze. Has the engorgeability. And then also Auto Generation Break 1, Counterblast 1, and Soul Blast 1. When this unit is placed from rearguard, if you have a Vanguard with Gaia in its card name, pay the cost. And then until end of turn, this unit gets plus 2k. And when this unit becomes engorged, draw a card, and the unit gets plus 5k.
Oh.
So that's a potential 16k grade 2 there.
And a nice draw to go with that.
Yeah, nice draw on there. I'm assuming you'd have a certain Gaia card, you know. So, yeah, fantastic. And then we have, double rare. First one we've got for the Tachikaze. And it's a crit trigger. I still like that triggers are starting to appear in higher rarities. I like that. So, grade 0, obviously. Auto from rearguard, put this unit into your soul as a cost. When your Vanguard attacks, if it has Gaia in its name, pay that cost, draw a card, choose up to one of your Vanguards, and it gets plus 5k until end of battle. Yeah.
If they didn't have enough power.
More power.
I have to say, out of all these 3 clans, and out of a lot of the clans, Tachikaze's design, sometimes they're a bit off, but if they're cool, they're really, really cool.
Yeah. No, I agree. I like that. I love the artwork on that one. I'm not actually that huge a fan of the ability for a double rare, but I think it could have actually been a single art, but I love the artwork. So, speaking of Tachikaze and artwork, we have Assault Dragon, Assault Rex. Again, it's a T-Rex. Why do they put dragon in the name?
His race is Dino Dragon as well.
So it's maybe dragon's like a class in
because he's part of the Dragon Empire.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that makes sense. So we're going with that, and not the fact that they love dragons. Grade 2 continues from rearguard during your turn if you have a face-up card in your buying zone with Rex in its card name. This unit gets plus 2k and auto when this unit is put into a drop zone from rearguard during the battle phase. If you have a Vanguard with Rex in its card name, draw a card. So it semi-replaces itself.
Yeah. Was it Rex who was the one who goes into the buying zone and brings himself onto the Vanguard circle?
I think so.
Dark Rex.
Yeah, Dark Rex.
Yeah. That was pretty cool. I like him.
We have Moodmaker Nyamruk. Nyan. Can we start playing the song?
Don't make me.
So, grade 1 for Spike Brothers with Charge. Continues from rearguard, Generation Break 1. If this unit is charging, it gets plus 4k. And when this unit is put into your deck from rearguard, choose it to one of your other rearguards and give it plus 4k until end of turn. So, charge with this one first. Pass the ability out. Yeah.
He's got little shoes. Sorry.
is that okay? We have Ancient Dragon Baby Bird. So it's a...
Are pterodactyls technically birds? I mean, they got wings, but I know dinosaurs are related to birds, but they're not very birdy. I'm just saying. Robot pterodactyl.
Robot. Well. Okay, because it's a robot, it's a baby. That's how we get away with it. It's a bird because it has wings, damn it. We're simple people, simple robots. So this is the start of Tachikaze.
Sorry.
Oh dear Lord. Oh, can't start giggling. We need Jeff Goldblum to help us. When the unit is put into the drop zone from rearguard during a turn, choose up to 2 of your other units with Ancient Dragon in their card name, and they get plus 3k until end of turn. All that for that simple ability.
Sorry.
Passing out 6k buff. Actually, just comment on it, since we spent so much time. Is it a good starter for them, do you reckon? Or are there better choices? There's probably better choices.
I think there's like one called Baby Rex, which is really good for Tachikaze in general. I guess it's useful because a lot of Tachikaze use up counterblasts.
Right, and
this is counterblast free.
Yeah. So. Okay, that makes sense. So we have Stealth Dragon, Onibidoshi.
Yeah.
So Nubutara, it's a stand trigger. It has After Image and also Generation Break 1. When this unit is placed from rearguard, if the number of cards in your hand is less than your opponent's, draw a card. Return this unit to your deck, shuffle the deck, choose one of your other units, and it gets plus 3k until end of turn. Are you having to reprocess that ability?
No, I was just wondering why it has that ability and after image, but I guess the second ability is only generation break. But
maybe they just put after image on as an afterthought. No, terrible joke. Okay. So
sorry, I didn't even process it. It
was that bad. We have Devil Watch for Spike Brothers, stand trigger again with the charge ability. And then from Rearguard, Generation Break 1, when this unit attacks or boosts, if this unit is charging, counter charge 1 and soul charge 1, and this unit gets plus 3k until end of that battle.
No, this is one I like. The stand trigger I like the most out of these, the three that you get. The only problem I have with it is why would you choose a stand trigger to put on the field when you're probably counterblasting to get it out?
Yeah.
But maybe if you're saving up for something?
Maybe. Or not. But then you... Yeah.
How do you Spike Brothers?
How do Spike Brother? You run all grade 2s and annoy everyone. So, Stealth Rogue of the Wintry Wind, Kamajagusa? Kamajagusa?
Yeah.
Okay. For Nubatama, it's another Forerunner with After Image. And Generation Break 1, when this unit is placed on Rearguard, you may play your opponent chooses a card from his or her bind zone and puts it into his or her drop zone. If a card was put, you countercharge 1. Okay, there might have been some translation errors on this one, I'm thinking. Just gonna show you that I'm not being stir crazy. When this unit is placed on Rearguard, you may play. Your opponent chooses a card from his or her bind zone and puts it into his or her drop zone. If a card was put, you countercharge 1. That's amazing. So yeah, but the actual ability itself, obviously you can only use it if you've after imaged it. So.
Yeah, but that's also really good because 10k shield to your hand.
Yeah, exactly. You've got the choice then either playing it out next turn or using it as a shield, so very good. Provided they correct the translation a little bit. And we have a Mecha Analyzer for Spike Brothers. So Forerunner. And then it also has from Rearguard Generation Break 1, put this unit into your soul. When your other Rearguard is put into your deck, you may pay the cost to choose it to one of your other Rearguards, bind it face up, call that card from the bind zone to an open Rearguard, and that unit gets plus 3k until end of turn.
So activating its charge.
Yep. And then starting the whole sequence of charging.
It seems they can do it a bit quicker now, because before with Spike Brothers, it was like, do nothing, and then spend one turn just getting out a billion power and
giant explosive one-turn kill.
Yeah.
So we have Stealth Dragon, Shigiri Gumo, Chigiri
Gumo.
Okay, yeah, that one. For Nubatama, it's grade 1. It has After Image and Generation Break 1, Soul Blast 1. When the unit is placed on Rearguard, if you have a Vanguard with Shiranui in its card name, you may pay the cost to look at the top 3 cards from the top of your deck, search for up to 1 card with the After Image ability, call it to Rearguard, and shuffle your deck.
That's pretty good, actually. That's got After Image itself, so do it again the next turn.
Yeah. And you're Soul Blasting your way through it, but...
Yeah.
Yeah. We have...
sorry.
Is it a bad thing? Good thing?
No, I was trying to think of what noobers do with Soul, but... Yeah.
Not a huge amount, I don't think. So we have Cobalt Impulse for Spike Brothers, grade 2, with the charge ability. And from Rearguard, Generation Break 1, when this unit's attack hits a Vanguard of this unit's charging, draw a card, choose one of your opponent's Rearguards, and retire it. Yeah.
Lacks a bit of power for a Spike Brothers.
True, but...
Frog Raider can stand himself back up if he's brought in front of him.
And there's so many abilities that say if you bring out a charge and give it a nice little boost and stuff, I think it'd be worth it. Plus, your opponent kind of needs to guard it as well.
Yeah.
Then we have Stealth Beast, Hagurijishi. Hagurijishi? No?
Yeah, go on.
Oh, no!
No, that's fine.
How would you pronounce it?
Nope, carry on.
Oh, it's because you can't.
No, I hey.
So, grade 3 for Nubitamas. Has After Image and Auto from Vanguard or Rearguard, Generation Break 1. When your other unit with the After Image ability is placed on Rearguard, this unit gets plus 4k until end of turn.
Ooh, that's pretty cool.
You can get some nice numbers with that, I'd imagine.
And that works on Rearguard. Jeez.
That's quite a nice common card.
I'm surprised Nubas are so powerful.
They needed some support. We have Cannon Fire Dragon, Sledge, Ankyle. Or Ankyl.
I'm not good with dinosaurs.
No, evidently not. Baby pterodactyls. It's a draw trigger from Tachikaze with an ability from Rearguard. Put this unit into your soul, choose it to one of your Tachikaze, and it gets plus 3k until end of turn. Nice and simple. If it accidentally ends up on the field, you can still use it. Heal trigger, Savage Healer. Contradiction in terms, but...
And look at her. Would you call her a savage?
I know, either she's nice, she's savage being, and she's not a savage. Stealth Dragon, Kagero Shinmyo? Shinmyo?
Shinmyo.
For Nubitamas. Grade 3 with After Image. Generation Break 1, when the unit is placed on Rearguard, choose it to one of your other units and it gets plus 3k until end of turn. And then Auto, Counterblast 1 and Soul Blast 1. When this unit is placed on Vanguard, you may pay the cost. If you do, look at 5 cards from the top of your deck, search for up to 1 card with the After Image ability, reveal it to your opponent, put it in your hand, and shuffle your deck.
There seems to be a pattern.
I am sensing a pattern. I suppose the downside of After Image is you can't really do huge amounts on the Vanguard circle with it, because...
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, you just have to sort of react to the After Images. And then we got another double R, Savage Guardian, another savage that doesn't look very savage. So it's a perfect guard for the Tachikaze, and if you have another Savage Guardian, Savage Guardian in the drop zone, countercharge 1. So becoming a staple of perfect guards.
But there are 2 different perfect guards for each clan in this set.
I know. I want to see the other one. So instead we get an Ancient Dragon Nodo Tank, which I think we've seen.
Yep.
Stealth Beast, Limit Break Remover for Nubitama. We have Heave Weave, Stealth Fiend, a Magical Manager. See, we've seen a lot of the commons now, so... But we haven't seen this guy before, so Acrobat Verdi for the Spike Brothers. He's an ogre, apparently. Grade 1. Auto, choose a grade 3 from your hand and reveal it. When this unit is placed on Rearguard, you may pay that cost to search your deck for a grade 3 card with Rising in its name. Reveal it to your opponent, put it into your hand, shuffle the deck, choose a card from hand, discard it, and it counts as a +2 grade for Striding.
Maybe the reason why he's an ogre is he's actually really close to that pitch that he's by. But he's just so big.
He's like a giant.
Yep. That's where I was getting at.
I'll accept that. And then we have...
Legion.
Legion. Sure Stealth Dragon, Hokage Kongo?
Yeah.
So, thank you, Naruto. Naruto. Grade 3 Legions with the
Other guy.
the other 2 Congos. I'll put it that way. It has Auto from Vanguard, Counterblast 1 when this unit Legions, pay that cost to bind all of your opponent's rear guards face up. Your opponent chooses a card from their hand at random, binds it face down, and at the end of that turn your opponent puts the card bound with this effect into their hand. And Auto from Vanguard, Soul Blast 1. If you have another unit in your middle column, this unit gets +2k until end of turn.
We haven't actually been seeing much binding from Nubas so far.
I suppose maybe some of the bindings are actually hiding in, like, you know, the older sets and stuff, but Yeah, you are right though. A lot of cards going, when you bind. It's like, cool, can I bind them? No. Good, no. We can't actually let you have the ability.
You have to be against Gear Chronicle where they bind themselves.
Yeah. Pray to only ever be matched against Gear Chronicle. You'll do fine. Then we have the cat with the boots. Excel Tiger. Explosive Dragon. Sarco Blaze. That actually looks like a great big crocodile. Or is it an alligator? So Tachikaze grade 2, it has Engorge. And then also continuous during the battle this unit attacks. If this unit is engorged, your opponent cannot call grade 0s from hand to Guardian Circle.
Oh, what?
So it's kind of mimicking Silent Tom, is it?
Yeah, but that has the power.
Yeah. So you have to do the engorge, but also with all the other stuff that supports engorge. I like him. Then we have him, Kibimaru. We have seen this one, haven't we?
No.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Generation Break.
Halfway.
Yeah, it's when he attacks, he's plus 3k, he's a 12k attacker.
I remember seeing a Spike Brothers version, but...
Oh, we've seen the Noob Timer one. The Stand Trigger you don't like. We have a baby Kamara, who's absolutely adorable with its destructive firepower raining down from it. It's a forerunner for Tachikaze. The Eggshell. It's full of aspiration. Generation Break 1, Counterblast 1. When this unit is put into the drop zone from rearguard during a turn, pay the cost to search your deck for up to one grade 1 card, call it to rearguard, shuffle the deck, and that unit gets plus 3k.
If only it was put in hand.
I know, but it's not, sadly. And there we go. We have a GR. So we have Rikudo Stealth Dragon, Sukumorokan.
Yeah.
Sukumorokan?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good.
Is it good?
Carry on.
Stop talking. So this is a stride for the Nubitamas. There's some very cool artwork. So obviously stride and then auto generation break 2. Counterblast 2 and then G-Blast 1. Still keeping that up.
I've been saying that recently, actually.
Good man. So, for anyone who's unaware, by the way, when it says choose a face down card from your G zone and turn it face up, I call this a G-Blast. When this unit is placed on Vanguard, you may pay the cost, and then your opponent chooses 4 cards from his or her hand, binds the rest face down, and at the end of that turn, your opponent puts the cards bound with this effect into their hand. So you said we were talking about the fact nothing was binding.
It's a horrible ability. They've only got 4 cards to play with.
Yeah. So I like that. I love that it feeds into the fact saying nothing's binding. Where's the binding? Where's that? Oh, it's all there. So, and again, I'm just going to show you the artwork. I think it's really cool. All the effects around it and the colours and stuff. I like that artwork.
Oh, the purple.
Let me harvest your tenacity. And the flavour text as always is amazing. I'd actually like to have had the Tachikaze one because I really like the Tachikaze in this set. But hey, I'm happy with Nubitamas as well. So we have Genie, Lamp Receiver, Mirrored Moon, Psychic Mal, Living Method, Mecha Advisor.
His flavour text is good if I remember.
Oh. Being told my face is scary by my niece was a shock. He's a robot.
Hey.
Robots have feelings too. So here we have one of the perfect cards for Nubitama, Stealth Beast, Aramatatabi.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go with that. It's a Sentinel, obviously. Choosing to discard a card from hand when it's placed on Guardian. And of course gives you the natural perfect card effect. But it also has After Image and Generation Break 1 from Rearguard, by the way. Generation Break 1, Soul Blast 1. When this unit boosts, if there's a card named Stealth Beast Aramatatabi in your drop zone, you may pay the cost, and your opponent chooses a card from their bind zone and puts it into their drop zone. So I think these are the more interesting perfect cards, because yeah, sure, you can perfect guard with them as normal, but if you're on the offensive, they've still got abilities.
Yeah. And the after image is just amazing. I love that.
Although, again, it's a single R, and then we had like a double R crit trigger that basically didn't do anything, and we've got a single R perfect guard here. That's fantastic. I
It
think.
all just comes back down to how many counterblasts you'll be using. Because if you use a lot of counterblasts in your deck, then the counter charge is always welcome.
True. But I like that.
I personally prefer that one, yeah.
Oh, and here we have the Tachikaze version as well. That was a good booster to pull. So again, perfect guard ability is normal, engorge, and then from rear guard generation break 1, counterblast 1. When this unit becomes engorged, you may pay the cost, and if you do, it gets plus 5k until end of turn, and at the end of turn, return this unit to your hands.
11k perfect guard.
That's fantastic as well. I think that's a really awesome card. So, Barrier Dragon, Barrier Dragon, Staraka Lord. I'm going to stop talking now. Well, at least for that bit. I'm sorry, you've struggled to put me for 1, 2, 3 more boosters.
I'm joking.
You're being paid to be here. That's not enough, I know. So Hashiribi, Hypnohang, Baby Bird. Send your answers in on a postcard. Samadar, Untouchable Millie. So again, we're seeing all 3 of them. Fantastic. So again, has the normal perfect guard ability. Also charge. And from rear guard generation break 1, choose a card from your hand and discard it. When this unit's attack hits a Vanguard, if this unit is charging, you may pay the cost to return this unit to your hand. So that was not as good, I don't think.
No, but it's slightly different because these 2 you can do it from hand. This one can do it from the deck because it has the charging ability, easily bring it out. So
But again, it has to be the one attacking and hitting, not boosting. So really, you can only sort of use this early, couldn't you?
It's good because you can get it out of the deck, like I said, but
not overly impressed with that one. Oh, and then speaking of double R perfect guards, we have Kissmark Alma for the Spike Brothers. And again, this is your standard G perfect guard with counter charge 1 and artwork. I'm sure all Spike Brother players will appreciate. As James is right now.
What?
I saw that smile.
I was looking at Baby Bird.
Oh, you're looking at Baby Bird underneath the cards. So, Savage Heroine, that's not that savage. Cheer Girl, a Sledge, another savage. We have Prison Bird for the Tachikaze. So, it's Stride Fodder, gets +2 to its grade. And then choose a grade 3 from hand, reveal it. When it's placed on rear guard, pay that cost to search your deck for a Gaia. So grade 3 Gaia. So
it's actually a bird.
Oh yeah, it's Gaia support and it helps support that. And no, it's actually a bird.
It looks suspiciously like a Shadow Paladin.
Well, it's a high beast actually, so.
They're all the same. What was that? Did I touch a nerve there?
So, moving quickly, swiftly. Ooh. We have one of the single R strides. This one is for all the Nubitamas. Raguda Stealth Dragon Zara oh my god. No, can you not either? Oh. Okay. So, has Stride, Auto, Vanguard. When this unit's attack hits a Vanguard, choose a card from your opponent's hand at random. Bind it face down, and if you have 3 or more rear guards with the after image ability, your opponent chooses a card from their bind zone and puts it into their drop zone, and then at the end of turn, your opponent puts the card bound with this effect into their hand. Obviously, provided they haven't put it into the drop zone.
Yeah.
Which, if you're running this kind of deck, you probably will have 3 or more units with after image. So yeah, bind one, basically discard one.
I like how they're just like, alright guys, we got a dragon. How are we going to make it look ninja-y? Give it a scarf.
And one of the, like a headpiece.
Oh yeah, he's got a scroll on his neck as well. Sorry.
Oh, yep. He's got a scroll, he's got a scarf.
He's definitely a ninja.
He's got a cape.
he's going around blazing
and it's
villages.
Like stormy night time as well.
Oh yeah, I'm a ninja at that time too.
The ninjering hour. It's like the witching hour, but no one ever sees it coming. So
it's not Great Ninja, is he? He's a huge dragon.
I'm sneaking in. I suppose, to be fair, we mock that he's a dragon ninja in a world filled with dragons, to be fair. Even if you're that size, you could probably be a sneaky dragon.
Maybe. But he's just willingly freezing everything with his ice breath.
I also love that all the ninjas have an identity, like they all have scarves. So you're like, it's like, oh, there's that ninja again. I'm not a ninja, yeah, I've got a red scarf. They're caught on.
Oh, there's another.
The red scarf denotes ninja status. We shouldn't mock. No, we should, you're right. Look, red scarf. Oh, God. It's like a broken glass moment. We've had another Frog Raider, and then our last card.
SP?
Double R.
No.
Not an SP, sadly.
Still good.
Ah, cool. We've ended with the Tachikaze card, which always makes me happy. I like Tachikaze. Ancient Dragon Spino Commando. So there is a Spino in the set. Grade 3, auto from Vanguard. Limit Break 4. Haven't seen that in a while. Choose one of your rear guards and retire it. At the end of your turn, you may pay that cost to choose up to one grade 3 card from your soul. Ride it as stand, and if you rode a card, choose up to one card named Ancient Dragon Spino Commando from your soul, put it in your hand, and draw a card. Very cool.
To recycle the break ride.
Auto, when this unit is placed on Vanguard, until end of turn, this unit gets auto from Vanguard. Counterpast a Ancient Dragon. When your rear guard with Ancient Dragon and its card name is put into the drop zone during your turn, you may pay that cost to call that card to an open rear guard. So returning your retireds as well.
Ancient Dragon's already got a lot of that, but it's mostly just self bring back.
But yeah, he's pretty cool. For a double R, I like him. I like him a lot. Well, there we go. That is all the boosters from our G-TCB01. So we've managed to pull a GR and a triple R, so Nobutama and Tachikaze. And we've had a few double Rs, so Tachikaze, and Tachikaze, and then one Spike Brother. So there's a bit of a Tachikaze box. And then obviously the usual mix of plenty of single Rs, so a nice mix there. So yeah, that's all the cards. I mean, what do you think of the set overall then, James?
I personally love it. I don't actually use any of these clans, to be honest, but what I say with the Fighters collection is I always love it when you can see all the clans together and all the clans that don't get much support get support. But in this case, it's the clans that don't get much support get loads of support.
They get a lot more.
To just catch up with everyone. And to be honest, I think some of these could be top tier stuff. Like this guy makes it so your opponent's hand is just only 4 cards.
Yeah.
So stuff like that are just really amazing, I think.
Yeah, I really like this. I like it. It also hopefully sets a precedent for Bushiroad that these clans do need some love and support. Yeah, they can't always throw them into a major release because you can only put so many cards in a major set. But hopefully this sells and does well enough that Bushiroad will continue to support these guys in future with more technical boosters.
Yeah.
So, and there's a lot of cool cards in there. I like the new keywords. I do like them a lot. They're useful.
I like the new perfect cards.
Yeah.
I know they were around in the clan booster for Aquaforce, but to see them spread out across all clans, to have more variety in your perfect cards.
Yeah. So, there we go. That is everything from our G-TCB01 The Reckless Rampage booster box. Remember, everything you've seen here today can be bought and sold on our website, biggerwitcards.co.uk. Remember to like and subscribe. Join us in future for more videos from myself and James for Cardfight Vanguard. And on that note, that's bye from me, Simon.
Bye from me, James.
And I'll see you next time. Bye.